Here we are. Welcome to 11955 Peacock Road, Greentop, Missouri. This is a 5-acre, comfortable, quiet, and spacious modern homestead that has a lot of extra things I want to show you that add to your efficiency and money savings over the long term. It's a super quiet home. And one of the reasons why it is because as you can't see this right now, but the thickness of the walls is the normal 6 inches. And then when we got this home, we went through the entire place and the exterior walls. We added foam board and we added another layer of sheetrock for soundproofing and insulation. So we actually widened the walls and made it a super quiet home. Also saving a lot of money. Now here is the living room and dining room and kitchen all together. It's an open concept, and as you can see, there's a lot of space in here. What we did to this home, besides even adding the extra inch thickness to all of the walls, was we doubled up on the windows. I don't think you'll see this in any other home, but you have a double pane window efficient on the outside. You have your blinds, and then we have double pane window again. So a total of 4 panes, and that makes this home extremely quiet. I mean, whatever sound you hear, it's from our kids. That's it. So right here we have the kitchen and an island with seating up here so that you can sit up here and have your breakfast in the morning or have the kids sit separately from you. And on this side of the kitchen we have a walk-in pantry. You can store a whole lot of food in here. And then next to the kitchen we have a separate laundry room, which I'll let you take a peek in there. Now if you look out that window right there, you'll see the back of our solar panels. There's 7,750 watts of solar panels there, and it runs heat pump systems. I'll show you the first of the systems up here. This one is a 18,000 BTU mini split right here. We got the most efficient one we could, and just the reason why we went with a heat pump system is they're extremely efficient, they're quiet. This one can heat and cool the entire upstairs in most temperatures. The only reason we would even need to use our central AC is if it gets above 90 or below 10 degrees. This guy does it all, and that's because we've added that efficiency to the walls and the windows, where the windows and the doors is where you lose most of your efficiency in a home. This takes care of it, but we also have a 2-ton central AC that is also heat pump technology, and that can do the whole entire house without running this at all as well. So more than enough cooling and heating in this home. Here's the first of our 2 bathrooms. You can take a peek in there. Just a normal bathroom. And then this is the first of the rooms. This is one of our kids' rooms here. It's about 12.5 by 11 feet, I believe. And it has a small walk-in closet here. Alright, and then the next bedroom is just slightly smaller. I believe it's about 10 foot by 12.5 foot, and then this closet comes into the room here. It's about 6 foot wide closet for this room. Just a normal closet. And let's just keep moving here. I just want to try to get this video as short as we can, and I'll take you to the master bedroom. Here we have the master bedroom, and it's really pretty decent size, real comfortable. If you pan this way, you'll see that we have the master closet. Now this is about 12.5 feet as well. Lots of space in there. And then the master bath. Now this house has a lot of customizations. We put in the wood flooring here, and we went with a customized supersized shower over here with slate tile. And it also goes up really high. The shower head is about a foot higher than most shower heads, so if you're really tall, this is the one for you as well. And this bathroom is also 12.5 feet long, and we have a nice big tub as well. Now we'll head on down to the downstairs. This home was built, I think in 2003 or 2004. I can't remember which. We came and remodeled it a couple of times. We just finished remodeling the downstairs here in 2022. So I'll come and show you what we have down here. First thing you'll notice when you come down is this massive thing right here. It looks awesome with the slate tile. This is actually a 350-gallon fish tank. So if you guys like fish, you can put them in there, and there's even have really large fish if you want to. If you don't, it just sits here. You can set your plants up here and use it as something else. It's still a nice little decorative piece. Here's the first of our basement rooms. This house has 4 bedrooms, but there's really 5 rooms. This one also has a window here to let in light in the morning. If you know in the basements how they get extremely dark, it's hard to wake up in the morning. So you got natural light coming in there. And another feature about this fish tank is it goes between the hallway and this bedroom. So the fish can actually swim between both rooms, which I always wanted to do. It's kind of just a neat little feature I always wanted to have. So this room is probably, I think it's like 11 foot by 12 foot, something like that. And it has about a 6 foot wide closet as well. All right, let's head into the basement family room. A really nice wide hallway here. So we used it to put our books, our bookshelves in here. And here we have a family room. I think it's about 25 or 26 feet by 13 feet for the family room. And if you come forward, you can look out here. The family room opens out into a 21 foot by 41 foot greenhouse, which is growing like gangbusters this year. It's hard to even see what we have in there. Hundreds of tomatoes actually. And if you look on this wall to your left, you'll see that there is a grapevine with hundreds of grapevines, which you might not be able to make that out in the video. Now this thing right here is a 1,500 gallon tank for holding water. What we have here, it's set up with normal water system as any house does with conventional water, but down the hill we found a spring. So we tapped that, put a tank in the ground, put in a pump, and so the spring water gets pumped up here to this tank if you want to use it. And 1,500 gallons of storage right there. We actually went a couple of years just going on spring water here at the homestead, which is kind of nice not to have a water bill if you didn't want to. Now here's the second of the basement bedrooms. This is what we call the quiet room. You come in here, you kind of know the difference in the sound. It is much quieter. One of the reasons is not just the soundproofing the wall that we happen to have here, but these walls have a 1-inch thick foam board inside of the wall, plus the normal size wall and sheetrock. So it's sound barrier throughout the wall and the ceiling. So we call this the quiet room. You can come in here and get away from it all. I'm into recording music. That's why I wanted to have it soundproofed. And it's also a media room, you know, whatever you want to do to kind of contain noise or get away from the noise. You can actually blare music in here pretty loud. And once you close this solid door here, you won't be able to hear very much outside. So you won't have to worry about disturbing the kids or the baby sleeping or what have you. Now right next to the family room is our utility room. And this is also our workout room, so we just keep some of our exercise equipment in here. Excuse the mess. And we just our freezers. And right behind me here is a extremely efficient 80-gallon hot water tank, or water heater rather. This can work in the conventional way with the heating elements. We have it switched over to the eco mode right now, where it's just doing the heat pump system. So this will use about 1/4 the energy of a typical hot water heater. A normal hot water heater uses about $50 electricity a month. This uses about $12 or $13 electricity. The reason why we set things up this way, not only for comfort, but because eventually this house is set up to be efficient enough to where you can go off grid with the solar and get a whole battery bank, power wall, or what have you, and it will work because it's just built to be that efficient. Now over here on the wall you'll see that this is our inverter, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this on the video, but you don't have to do anything with this. It basically runs itself, so don't be overwhelmed with it, but you can actually see what you're producing on the solar panels 5,000 watts right now is being converted and it's being sent back into the grid. So it lowers the electricity bill to almost nothing in the spring and the fall. And then we pay a little bit in the midsummer and midwinter, basically. We also have a tiny little inverter next to that, and there's 2 separate solar panels, and there's a DC battery down here, a 12-volt battery, and we have wiring that runs through the house to a couple of places to have 12-volt lights. So if the power goes out, no problem. You're going to have lights, and I'll also show you something on the other side of the house that runs off the 12-volt as well. Now right here, since this thing is using air to cool or to heat the water, the exhaust is going to be cold air, and the exhaust goes into this room. So after you collect your vegetables out of the garden, you have a separate room here that's insulated with a foam board insulation, and you can store your extra food in here or your vegetables, which will keep for a long time. The average temperature in here is probably around 50-55 degrees. Maybe slightly less in the wintertime. So it's just a good place to store vegetables and extra food if you think inflation is going to be crazy and you just want to stock up on all those things you like. We got a small closet here which stays locked because that's where we keep things we don't want the kids to get into. And on this side of the basement, if there wasn't enough room already, this is a large 16-foot by 9 by 25.5-foot room, unfinished at this point, and it's set up to be a master bedroom. So in this corner, it's already plumbed to have a bathroom set up. So if you, sometime in the future, if you want to do that, you could set up a bathroom here, or a nice big room here, or it could just be your project room, your painting room, homeschooling, playroom. What we did though is on the outside of this wall over here, we lowered the ground level to come down so that you can actually install a window right here and look out and have just have some light natural light coming into this room. Now if you come around the corner here, I'll show you into our pump room. Behind the walls directly behind you is a 1,000-gallon rainwater tank. The rainwater gets collected into pipes and it gets into that tank, and then I can control where that rainwater goes right here with these nozzles. And then the greenhouse, this controls the greenhouse tank right there. So you can use either water sources that can go to your garden, or you can actually run them into the house through these pumps. Now this is a pressurized tank, and right here we have a pump that runs on AC electricity. And then we have a small pump right behind that runs on DC electricity. And that's what I was talking about with that 12-volt battery over there. So you can use either one, and if the power goes out, you can use your spring water and run it into the house. It pressurizes the system. Or if this is just too much for you at this point and it's convenient, like we have it right now, just run the water from the city, and it's all plumbed up for that as well. So just a lot of extras in this home. A lot of money went into making this home a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more quiet, and a lot more efficient. So that is the 3,120 square feet home that we have here. We love this home. The reason why we're selling is, before we had this home, actually, we always wanted to have a bunch of land, and we couldn't find it anywhere. We found this one. It was a project home. We decided to make it the best that it could be. We achieved that, but now my brother's bought more land, and he's offering to sell us the kind of acreage that we want to have, and so we're ready to move on. I have a health issue with family health. I have up days and down days. I can't hold down the job. Just so you know, full disclosure, and so I'm ready to, we need some money to start the next homestead as well. So we're just ready to sell and move on and pass this awesome place on to someone else that's really going to appreciate it. I'm going to do a separate video showing you the outside. We planted dozens of fruit trees. We have dozens of grapevines, all kinds of berries. We have a stocked pond, and we have screaming kids. So if you like all those things, you don't have to have kids, but we have an awesome homestead that you can take over and make it whatever you want it to be. I think that kind of wraps it up here. Here is the, this is a propane fireplace. This will stay with the home. Propane pipes run through the house all the way over to here. It's just kind of nice to have your coffee in the morning, and it warms up in the middle of winter, kind of warms up the room really fast. And that's about all that has to be run on propane. Everything else is on those really efficient heat pump systems. And I was just going to mention that the central AC is down in that utility room. You didn't see it because it's actually up on the ceiling out of the way. And the controls for the central AC are right here in the master bedroom. So we have it on the wall right here. And then also the remote here, which can sense the temperature. So you can control the temperature of the whole house right here from your bed if you wanted to. But really all you need is this 18,000 BTU mini split here. It heats and cools the entire upstairs except for those extreme temperatures. But you can run the 2-ton unit as well. I mean, both of them are heat pump technology, really efficient. So anyway, I hope you guys liked the tour. If you have any questions, just shoot us a comment or shoot us a message and we'll get back to you.